I'm going to show you some of the key parts that you need to refer to when taking your own measurements. This is so you can make blocks that are personal to your own size. When you buy things from shops, you can be a size 8 in one shop and a size 12 in another, and then the next shop you go into, nothing will fit you at all. This is because manufacturers work from different size charts, and these can vary from shop to shop. This is why making clothes for your own size is great, because it means that you'll get the perfect fit. We might refer to standard size charts, but they'll be a guide only. We're going to use these sizes. This is Betty, and she's my friend, and she's going to help me take some measurements today. You might need a friend for some of these because it can get a little bit tricky. I'm going to use Betty here, and I'm also going to refer to my own body just to help on some of them. So let's get cracking. The first measurement is the bust. For the bust, you measure around the bust point at the peak point of the bust. So bring your tape measure around, take the measurement there. It's really important that when you have your tape measure at the back, you keep it as straight as possible. Don't let it jump down. Keep it nice and straight. The waist measurement is taken around the narrowest part of your waist. And this is known as your natural waist. A good rule of thumb here is to have a little piece of ribbon wrapping around your waist at this point, and that means you've got a good reference point for you to keep all the rest of your measurements straight. Your lower waist is approximately 6 centimetres below your natural waist. So just make a mental note of that. Bring your tape measure round, making sure that you keep it as straight as possible, and make a note of that. Your chest measurement is found by firstly finding your 7 centimetres from below your neck point, which is about where your collarbone is. Find your 7 centimetres, and then it's a horizontal measurement across from where your arm starts to the other side. Your shoulder measurement runs from your neck point about here to the edge of your arm. And I'll just demonstrate this on Betty from here to here. Your neck measurement, I'm going to use myself to demonstrate. You might need a mirror for this just to check yourself, but bring your tape measure around and bring it slightly lower down to that collar point again, and then take your measurement. Keep it nice and loose, not too tight. Your front shoulder to waist measurement is from the middle of your shoulder point, down the body, across the bust, and stops at your natural waist point. In order to get your hip measurement, you firstly need to locate your hip line, and this is approximately 20 centimetres from below your natural waist, and it's around about where your hips start getting wider, where your hip bone is. Bring your tape measure round, keeping it nice and straight again, and there you have it. Your back width is found by initially finding 15 centimetres from below the back of your neck, which is here. And it's a horizontal measurement from where your arm starts to the other side, all the way across. Your nape to waist measurement is found from the back of your neck again, and it's a vertical measurement all the way down to your natural waist. Your body rise, you'll need to sit down for this. Sit down on a nice base platform, and basically it's the measurement from your natural waist vertically down to the platform that you sat on. Your skirt length is measured from your natural waist point and down to where you want your skirt hem to be. It's really important to take this measurement from the back as well as from the front, just to test your balance. If your waist is slightly higher at the back than it is your front, you could end up with a skirt that's tilted slightly, so we just need to make sure that our balance is right, and any allowances can be made in the pattern cutting. When you're making patterns for trousers, there are 4 key measurements that you need along the leg, and that'll make sure that you get a good fit for yourself. The first one being the thigh. The second one being the knee. Third one being your calf, which is the largest part along the bottom of the leg. And the last one is your ankle measurement. And I'll just demonstrate the ankle on myself. The level is where your ankle bone is. For your arm measurements, you'll most definitely need a friend for this because it can get a little bit tricky. I'm going to use myself to demonstrate. The first one is your top arm measurement. Keeping your arm bent, you do the measurement around your arm where your bicep is, and that's here. Your sleeve length is found from the tip of your shoulder. You will need a friend for this because it gets quite tricky, and it's all the way down a bent arm, and it finishes just past your wrist point. And I'm just going to demonstrate that again. It's down here, around about here where your wrist bone finishes, just before your little finger. Your wrist measurement is just around your wrist. Bring your tape measure round. Keep it nice and comfortable, not too tight. There are certain measurements, such as dart length, around here, which is your arm sky, and your waist to hip measurement that you won't need to take because there are standard ones, and you'll be able to find them on standard charts that I'll provide to you with the sizes that correspond near enough to your own size. So there we have it, we've taken all our sizes now. I'm going to provide some sheets for you so that you can fill these in. The first one is a handy little picture sheet which will just give you a guide to what we went through in the video. And the next one that you can download will be one that you can fill in with your own personal measurements in this column, and I'll provide some standard sizing charts as well for you to download, and you can fill in the standard size that you closely correspond to, and then in here you can fill in any comments relating to any big differences in size. And then in the next post I'm going to go through how we can start to use your own sizes to make your personal blocks.